Our speaker today is Marjut Salminen, right? Who is from Finland, from the beautiful city of Tampere. She graduated from Tampere Business College and has been working there for the last 11 years as the international coordinator. She is also very interested in the Leonardo da Vinci program, which is a European articulation program. She has connection with colleagues from all over the continent. She says Carpe Diem is her motto. And for those of you who haven't seen the movie, that means seize the day. And when she was there, she was working with the Transatlantic Technology Alliance Network, where she participated in a seminar to build together a network for international business. And her goal is to create effective links between educators and students of European countries and the U.S. educational community. So please welcome Marjut Salminen.
Okay, hello everybody. And I have a great pleasure to introduce myself once again. My name is Marjut Salminen and I come from Finland, Scandinavia. And first of all, I want to thank you for letting me to be here today, which is a great pleasure. And first I am going to tell you a little bit about the city where I come from, and I will give you a little bit information about business life in that region, and then I will give a presentation of one of my favorite projects called Delhi. Has any of you visited Finland? No, not yet. I know that you have, but any students? But it's amazing. I have been here a bit more than 1 week and I have been talking to many people, and quite many is telling me that, oh, I have been in Finland, I have been in Lapland visiting Father Christmas home, and so it's not so unknown. Anyway, I have presented myself, and I just quickly would like to get a bit information about your class, how many students are studying in your class, and how many years you have spent here, and how many years you still have before you will graduate. Maybe you tell.
Well, I've been going to school since 2008, December, and I'm hoping to actually finish my associates in general studies this semester. And I'm hoping to maybe one day be a future business leader.
All right. Do you already have any idea about possible working places? Have you created good contacts? Actually, difficult to say. Okay. I have one tiny little brochure with me telling a bit of the city where I come from, and maybe I put it to go around here. You get some idea. And if you are interested in more details, Anna has spent Anna Zapados couple of days in Tampere. All right. I think that I first put this what is this telling? Should I close it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, as I told you, I'm going a little bit introduce you Finland and Tampere. Some facts and figures telling about the business life and education and the city of Tampere, and of course the most important thing at the moment is sustainable development and entrepreneurship. Yeah, you can see on the map that Finland is far away. There is a little spot up there, very near Sweden, Norway, Denmark, and we are called as Scandinavian countries. It's really worth to visit if you have sometimes opportunity. I really recommend to stay there a couple of weeks. It's nice. Finland is about 338 square kilometers, of which 10% is water and 69% is forest. It means that there is plenty of place for everybody who is living there. If you like silence, there is plenty. And in Finland there are about 190,000 lakes and 179,000 islands. And I'm not going to read all those information, but seventh largest country in Europe and second most northern country in the world. Finland's land border is with Russia, and years ago Finland was also a part of Russian countries, and also Finland has a very colorful history that we have also belonged to Sweden. But we all are happy that our grandfathers were fighting very hard so that Finland became independent almost 100 years ago. We have two official languages, Finnish and Swedish. And Swedish is spoken by 6% of the population. Nowadays, every schoolgirl, schoolboy is protesting that why we have to study Swedish language. We would prefer Spanish or French, but I think that it always will stay as one of the. They think that it's very, very, very important that we are able to speak both languages. We are quite a small population, a bit more than 5 million people. How many people are living here in Salt Lake City?
About 1 million.
1 million, okay. Okay. And the biggest cities are situated in the southern part of Finland, but of course we have important cities also in Lapland. One is very famous and important as Father Christmas is living in Rovaniemi, and it brings a lot of tourists to Lapland. Yeah, Finland economy and business, a well-connected country. You may all have heard about Nokia, and the first ever GSM call was made in Finland. The schools are very well equipped with IT technology, and it's a big part of everybody's education. And Finland has changed from an agricultural country to a complex market economy within 50 years. It has been a big and quick, rapid change. Finnish design is well known all over the world. Very nice glass, paintings, architecture. and it's mentioned here scissors, and of course computers and mobile phones. And if you are more interested in getting information of Finland, here is a very good address which you could put down: virtualfinland.fi. Did you get it? And Tampere, I think that it's the best city to live in Finland. It's situated in a beautiful place between two big cities. And it used to be a very industrial city. There has been big cotton wool factories. It has been a very big shoe factory city. And the city was founded by King of Sweden, who visited Tampere late 1700, and Tampere was founded by the rapid. But nowadays things are totally different. We don't have so many factories anymore. We are more concentrated on information technology and business and service sector. And the city is growing all the time. It's especially young people are building houses outside of the city center because it's a really expensive place to buy any flats or houses. We have more than 200,000 inhabitants, and the city is the third largest in Finland. Here are some nearby villages, and you get some idea about the amount of people living there. Jobs. Also in Tampere we have had this economic crisis, which has caused quite a lot of unemployed young people, especially in metal sector. But things are getting better, as I have heard this spring, and more and more new jobs have been created. Largest companies in Tampere region by number of employers is Nokia, UPM, and these big companies are mainly concentrated on paper and forest industry. Saarioinen is a very famous food production company and specialized in chicken food. I like that very much, it's really good. And labor in the Tampere Central, you can see here some figures. And I guess that if you are interested in this presentation, it's possible to get a copy later, as it's placed on the laptop. Learning and studying. Tampere is very vivid city, as we have a very big university. We have two very big vocational colleges. We have Polytechnic, and we have quite a lot of international students studying at the University of Tampere. And the reason may be that studying in Finland is free of charge. We don't even charge foreign students if they come to study to the university or colleges or Polytechnic in Finland. So think about that. Not too bad. And I represent Tampere College. And Tampere College is one of the biggest colleges in Finland. We have 5 big institutes. We have 2 big technical schools, 1 forest school, 1 social and healthcare, and 1 business college. Our students can continue their studies when they have graduated the 3-year course in Tampere College. They can go to polytechnics or to the university. Tampere University of Technology is also very big and pretty famous in Finland. Here you can see all those different programs they are running. And level of education. In Tampere Central Region, about 26 of over 15 years old have graduated from an institution of higher education. The city itself is very lively and green. We have a lot of tourists. It's a city of congresses, fairs, culture, sports, events, and many people like to come there because of its beautiful nature. And of course, it's a city of sustainable development. We have new programs going on, and the city will be carbon neutral city by 2020. And there is one big thing which they are developing in Tampere is electrical cars, which are going onwards without any petrol. That's something. And of course, food and restaurants and tourists are very important part of our income. And in Tampere College we have a very big service sector in which there are studying bakery students, restaurant chefs, and very often before they have graduated they have been offered very good working places, and we try to keep them in the school and not let them go after money that you have to graduate. And also it's a city of sports. We have a big ice hockey hall, and there are 2 teams, and we are always fighting that which one is the better, Tappara or Ilves. And maybe it's a bit humoristic, but when my sons were born, I have got 2 boys. My husband took them in his hands and brought the babies to the window and told that the ice hockey hall is over there and we are supporting Ilves. Yeah, in Tampere you will never get bored. There are a lot of happenings, and especially in summertime, because it gives a lot of possibilities for outdoor life. And as I mentioned earlier, we have a lot of parks, green areas, big lakes. And this is a big thing, as I told earlier, that we are developing this cooperation with farmers and nearby restaurants, because we want to support this locally grown food team. And I end this presentation with few words that I couldn't find any better place to live than Tampere. I feel very happy there. And we have a very good piece of land for farming, and there are a lot of farmers around Tampere area. And I'm very happy that this locally grown food has become a very important part of business life in restaurants. Yeah, this is the story about Tampere, and now we can go . Yeah, if you are interested in having a copy of this presentation, maybe you can make some printing outs. And I work in Tampere College, which I already earlier mentioned. It's a big school, and I'm working there as an international coordinator. I have been there for 12 years. But before coming to Tampere College, I worked in business life. I graduated from Business College, which belongs to Tampere College, and I was working in international sport company, like a, how should I say, one kind of marketing advisor to Europe. We had many subsidiaries in Europe and contacts to USA. And from there I went to business, clothing business, where I was more than 10 years. And somehow when I became a bit older, I became also interested in adult education and for that lifelong learning idea. And I had a year off from my work, and I went to the University of Tampere to become familiar with EU programs. And it was a very big thing late 19th, and I found out that this international cooperation and EU will give great possibilities for young people, and it's funny that sometimes your life changes. If somebody had told me before my studies that one day you will be giving a presentation in Salt Lake City about your projects, I would never have believed. But I think that life is wonderful because it's open, and if you have a good basic education, and I think that business studies are one of the best choice. This is only my opinion. So the world is open, and never say that I can't. Just always go towards new things and be curious. And my work in Tampere College is to create contacts with the European countries, and we have pretty good funding programs under this EU, which makes possible to make applications for vocational students and teachers to go abroad. And it's my job to do projects good enough and to get money for these activities. And once a year in February, it's the most busy time, and by then I must have a lot of good ideas and a lot of energy to make good projects. And so far I have been lucky and pretty successful that each year I have got plenty of money for students to go out. And during one of these contact meetings, I happened to get to know people from USA. There is a network called Transatlantic Network, and I became interested, and I have been now in partnership also with schools and colleges from USA. This Delhi project is one of my favorite projects, and I told you that Tampere is a very lively place. There are a lot of restaurants, and we have a lot of foreign people visiting these restaurants. And people working in Tampere area in restaurants, they must have very good language skills. And these projects are very good possibility for young people to go abroad and practice mainly the English languages. And in this Delhi project, I have 17 young chefs and confectionery students who are going abroad to different European countries. They all love to cook. And Leonardo da Vinci program has made it possible. And the project started last year, and it will continue until May 2011. I have grants to Italy, Ireland, Austria, Germany, Denmark, Poland, Hungary. And the grant covers, they get about a bit less than 1,000 euros. And Anna is very good in mathematics, and I think that you can quickly say how much 900 euros are in US money.
In fact, how the euro is doing lately.
Roughly $1,500.
Yeah. And with that money they have to pay travel costs, accommodation, and cost of meals. And our college have insured all the students, and before they go, they get pretty good training in different cultures, and also in language skills. And who can apply? The main objectives that they can go during the on-the-job learning period, which is 20 weeks during 3 years. They have to be 18, but if there is a very skillful young person who is 17, quite easily we let them go. And it's very important that they are willing to do the project works and not only think that they are going for a holiday, because they have quite a lot of different tasks they have to do during the placement. Before they go, they have 24 hours business camp, and this is fun. We go with a bus outside of the city, very often to a farm, so that nobody can't escape there. They really have to be there 24 hours. And it's very nice. Last year it was really cold and a lot of snow in January when we went there. And the idea is that they learn to know each other. We teach them some teamwork. We tell about the goals of the project, a little bit small talk, and of course they get information about the targets of the project. And in this case, students are going to have own cooperative company where they offer services in catering and bakery things. This 24 hours business camp gives students some idea how to set up a cooperative company, which is nowadays a very good choice. You need not to invest very much money, and the risk is not so big as working alone. And they will, during the placement, look for ideas for own cafeteria. They have to make the plan of products, what they are selling. They have to make a plan of the interior of the deli cafe, create some menus, and of course one big thing is that they understand the meaning of friendly customer service. And the name of the project is Inspiration, and my idea has been that they go abroad to become inspired of everything what they have seen. And during the placement, students will get information on locally grown food. All those receiving partners will choose them good working places. They plan for their own deli these healthy takeaway lunches, confectionery products, healthy juices, and whatever. During my visit in USA 1.5 years ago, I got some very nice ideas to present for our students from New York. I like this example, this Auntie Annie's bakery, because I think that once it has been a tiny little small, maybe in somebody's kitchen, that Auntie Annie has been famous for her cookies. And nowadays it's a very big chain. Everybody in New York knows Auntie Annie's lovely products. And the deli cafe idea comes from New York because business people are very busy, and they always haven't time to stay in the restaurant, so they can take these healthy lunches with them to work. Also trendy cafes or juices, whatever they want. And I never stop pointing out the friendly customer service, because customers will pay your salary. Never forget that. And if they don't come back, your restaurant or your business may be very quiet. I also visited Brooklyn, which is famous for local food. Here are some pictures of Brooklyn deli shops. They can plan also other products. They sell fresh marmalade, jam, bread, cheese, and this is a local cheese and bread shop. Spice, jam, mustard, juice. And one very important thing is the interior of the business, because good atmosphere. I think that will make the food even more tasty, and people like to come always back to nice restaurants. And also this USB, unique selling point, is something which you never should forget, because your business idea need not to be new, but it's something so good which is so much better from the others. And I have an example here about one of the most popular bistros in New York. It's always crowded, there is always a queue, and the idea is not new. They are selling pretty good hamburgers, which are made of excellent material, locally grown products, very good beef, and the quality of the food is always good, and that's the thing which makes people come back, and they are always sure that the food is good. This is the USB. Yeah, and most of the placements are 4 weeks. In Ireland, they will stay the longest time. And it's very interesting always to get the feedback and the project work from students when they return. And it's amazing that everybody has got exactly same training, same information, but all the results are different. And that's the good point in my work, which make me active and interested in what I do, and very motivated. And we have created in Moodle learning environment a business learning environment, which is called at the moment Culinary Bridge from Tampere to New York, Brooklyn. But I hope that after this visit we also have another bridge from business bridge from Tampere to Salt Lake City and back. And here are some photos from Brooklyn and New York from Brooklyn side. And here is the summary. It's a very long, and I have been allowed all the time. Maybe one of the students would like to read this idea, because I personally like it very much.
It is truly professional to be able to combine the business idea of a restaurant with the interior decoration, the service, the menu, the image, and the pricing principles seamlessly. These skills will be gained during daily placements. In Tampere College, we aim to encourage our students to catch that entrepreneurial spirit. International cooperation is the most important way to open the door to the world.
And here is my little business house. Also, I am promoting other students' placements abroad. I have quite a lot of beauty, hair and fashion students been involved in my projects, and I think that more than 100 fashion and beauty students have been abroad so far. And I call this business house, it's Tip-Top House, and all the stories, business ideas and memories are saved in this platform. When one clicks the flag of Denmark, there will be business ideas what the students have got in Denmark or Italy. And they have, sorry, you may see that there is a little green shop. There is a beauty therapy shop. There is a handbag and shoe shop. And in the corner, there is the deli cafe. And this is really on the Moodle, and this is going to be so-called international business house, because also our international partners like to save their business ideas in that house. And I hope that students from Salt Lake City one day also would like to join this house. It's in my dreams. I know that it's going to be bigger. We are going to build more stores, and maybe it will be one day like Macy's in New York. Thank you for your interest, and it was a pleasure to be here and present my favorite things. Thank you.
Do you have questions you'd like to ask Marjut?
Yeah.
What does it take for, let's say, if I wanted to transfer to the university over there, is it really hard to get accepted?
You mean in Tampere?
Yeah.
Uh,
To be able to be a part of the program.
I think that it's not impossible if you check on internet www. Tampere University, and they have pretty good pages in English and information. And there is the process how to apply.
Is the program available both in the college and the university? Or
Yeah. And in future, we will have the business studies in Tampere College in English in 2 years' time. So all international people who would like to maybe have a break and 1 year in Tampere, they are welcome.
In 2 years? You said
In 2 years' time, yeah.
About how many students do this every year? The exchange to the United States?
In this daily project, I have 17 students, and in my fashion, hair and beauty, 50. Yeah, but we have also a lot of other study sectors in social and healthcare. Those students go abroad, but I am not responsible of the international activities. Then we have our business students who are going abroad, forestry students, and of course carpenters, aviation students, multimedia students. There are a lot. I guess that more than 100 students are abroad yearly. It's growing all the time.
And our goal is to develop a partnership, and certainly with Marjut is looking at the design area, the business area. She's also interested in fashion design and hairdressing, cosmetology. So hopefully some of the Finnish students are coming over here, and maybe some of you will be able to go over there.
How many years you have left? 1 year?
I think like 2 more for just my associate.
All right, so there is plenty of time to have your part of your studies in Tampere. So, did you get some idea about how things are going in Finland and how the project work is developed? Good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.